Street Fighter 6 is a pretty phenomenal game, all things considered, but there is one big problem with it that have been really impacting my enjoyment of the game thus far. Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC Mura here, and today I wanted to talk about the matchmaking problem in Street Fighter 6. Here I'm talking about when the game is searching for matches, ranked, casual and all of that. At first I thought maybe this is a problem on my end, and I went ham as a network engineer trying to figure out like what is going on here, and then I maybe figured maybe this is Egypt, like it's just because this is my region. But the more I looked into it, the more I found others who are having the same issue. And what I'm talking about here is how Street Fighter 6 decides to find matches for you. If you're someone who lives in a very densely populated area that have a ton of players, you're probably not feeling this very much. But if you live in a normal location, I'm not even talking about remote location here, I'm talking just someone who's in normal place with an average amount of fighting game players who have Street Fighter 6, you will probably start feeling this as well, because Street Fighter 6 matches you based on your physical geographical proximity. Right? It's region locked is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't search for the best matches for you based on Bing, it searches for the best matches for you based on geographical proximity. So it will always try to match you with people who are in your region and not really the people who have the best connections for you. And if you're someone who lives in a normal area, this probably means that you will find the game matching you with the same people over and over and over. I've seen people even in America who saying the game keep matching them with the same 4 or 5 people, even if you're playing something as the placement games, which is like crazy, because in placement games you're supposed to fight like everyone. I have fought the same people in placement. That's crazy. That really is crazy to me. I've seen others, even like very high profile players like someone like Brian F, who lives in America, who's in a very populated area, and is saying he's fighting the same 5 people or so over and over. And obviously I've seen others who are in Eastern Europe, like places like Iceland and Norway and all of that, saying they're having difficulties getting games because of how the matching work. Now the funny thing about it is, if the game could not find someone with a suitable connection for you as it think, it will almost automatically goes to the worst possible scenario. So this is a map. This is a map of the world. This is Egypt, the one with the red color, right? And instead of the game, if it doesn't find someone who's from my region, instead of it looking for maybe, I don't know, maybe in Europe that I actually have better Bing with than the Gulf country, which the game like automatically tries to match me up with, or even South Africa, the game will try to put me in matches with people from South America like Brazil, Argentina, etc. And I'm assuming that is because they're also having the same issue. And you know what's funny? You know how we knew that this is the case? Because I have known people who will use VPN and set their, for example, set their location to France, and immediately they're getting matches with French players, and you know it's playable for them. But I don't want to use VPN connection because I don't even know the legality of it, right? This is a big problem with the game for all the involved parties. If you're someone who's in dense locations, well, you're getting matched against the same players. And if you're someone like me who is in a somewhat of a remote location, well, you're struggling getting games. I have to wait 10 minutes or so to play ranked matches. That's why I never even bothered getting to master. You see all of the people who are posting on Twitter, now I got to master, and now I got to master, like, alright, I'm not gonna wait 10 minutes to play a Street Fighter 6 match and have like to spend 10 years to get to master. It's not even feasible. And what this has done is that it pretty much destroyed my ranked or casual experience. I have to find matches in Battle Hub or like just ask people that I know, but I know that a lot of people, they can't really do that. So this is an issue that I feel like is critical and need to be addressed as soon as possible. Region locking, matchmaking or ranking, that is fine, but that should become an option. And Capcom even had that in the previous games, right? In Street Fighter 4 it would ask you region, same or any. It should match you with the best players based around Bing. So if it couldn't find someone in my country, maybe in some of the neighbors, and then maybe in Europe, and take it gradually. The funny part is that if I have a good connection with someone, say in France or Italy, like what you're seeing is a game of me versus someone in Italy, and it is 70 Bing, right? 70. That was in the Battle Hub, that's fine. I get 100 plus ping with the Gulf country like Saudi Arabia, Emirates, etc. But the game thinks it is better for me to match with them first before looking for the guys in Italy who I have lesser ping with and thus better connections. I thought that the entire idea of making a netcode amazing is that so we can play with, all of us can play with each other, right? You have widened the player base. Netcode being so good means that it's possible for someone like me to play against players in Europe with no issues. It's possible for people in America to play people with Japan with no issues. And honestly, the netcode is amazing. Street Fighter 6 has the best netcode for any fighting game I have ever played. I am very honest on that. Even on Wi-Fi, this thing is ridiculously good. So I don't get it, like what is the point of making the best netcode ever if the game refuses to match you with other people who are not very close to you geographically regardless of the connection? Does that make sense to anyone? Is it only me who is suffering from this? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on the comment section below. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter and Twitch pages in the description. I would love to hear your experiences with it so far. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.